So Pinterest is actually featured in Target stores, which is great for you guys. Why don't you show me a little bit about how that works?
Yeah, so they're calling out items that have been very popular on Pinterest. So people are visiting Target.com and they're saying, wow, I love this rug. I'm going to save this rug to a special collection.
It's a nice rug.
Yeah, it's a beautiful rug. And it's happening over and over and over again. And so they've actually created this signage here. And they did this on their own to call out the items that users of Target.com and users of Pinterest have decided are the most popular.
One of the most popular pinned items this season is Elf on the Shelf. And I don't know a lot about this because my son is still 15 months old and we haven't used this yet. But apparently this is a big thing with kids these days.
That elf will sit in your house and observe, make sure everyone is on the nice list. We'll fly back to the North Pole every night and give a report to Santa and then fly back and then observe the kids again. And what's interesting is when the elf comes back, it sits in some really fun places in the house. And Target has managed to catch some pictures of where the elf sits. And a beautiful board they've created called Elf on the Shelf Inspirations.
What are other retailers doing with their products? Do you have any other stories where, you know, they've used Pinterest in a creative way and the result has surprised you?
A number of partners were using Pinterest for their Black Friday and Cyber Monday strategies. So Lowe's, the hardware company, they created some boards that showed silhouettes of items that were about to go on sale.
Pinterest is just starting to experiment with ads, but do you see an opportunity down the line to make money through e-commerce and through these partnerships, to take some sort of a commission on the things that people are buying?
We are doing some testing right now with promoted pins, and the idea is that we'll work with a handful of partners just to really test the system. We're in the very early stages today of just seeing how do our users react to seeing this and what kind of results does it drive for our partners. That's going to inform how we think about an eventual business model heading into 2014.
Obviously, Facebook's been experimenting with commerce for a long time. Twitter recently hired a head of commerce. How do you think Pinterest stands out from other options out there for potential partners?
We hear a lot from our partners that they think of us almost more as a complement to Google. So if Google is really good at when someone knows they want something, they can search for it and find it. The other side of that is I don't really know what I want. I don't have a really well-formed idea. But when I see it, I know I'll like it. Again, it's like coming into a store, and you may walk down an aisle, and you didn't really come in the store for anything on that aisle, but when you see it, you want it. That's the experience we're trying to provide, and what we're hearing from our partners is that it's filling a gap that hasn't really existed online.